Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. I really should be working right now, but I figured I'd make a video because my girlfriend and I are going to Ohio tomorrow, and we're going to come back on Monday. So I'm actually not going to make any videos for the next 4 days. I've had a lot of work, so I haven't made any videos in advance of the trip. It's just going to be no videos for Papa Boris for that long. I really doubt I'm going to have any time to make videos in Ohio, but we'll see. Probably not. I don't think I'm taking my computer with me, so that's a no. Anyway, this is a Druid run here. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's a super great deck. Got a relatively free win out of it in the end of the last video after having some bizarre connection difficulties. And now we're going to see if we can win 2 more games. That will be enough to finish all 3 of my daily quests. And it's kind of weird, I don't know if this is a bug or a new feature, but like, I was really behind on my daily quests, and then I finished up all 3 in one day. And then I got 3 the next day. So I don't know if I misremembered how many days I was away from Hearthstone or something, but it seems like, you know, since I had a backlog of them, they gave me ones to make up for the time I missed. Alrighty, Mind Visions. He'll get something pretty good. Well, actually, this isn't that great, but we'll see. And it's good to be the second player here, of course, because I have a bunch of 3-drops and a coin and no 2s, so it's nice to be able to keep on playing stuff. I'll have to decide whether to play this Grove Tender or not. The Grove Tender, you know, obviously helps both players. Okay, he Mind Visioned the coin, which for the first player, you know, Mind Visioning the coin, it's never what you hope for. But in this particular case, it was actually kind of useful for him. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Dancing Swords. I think in context, this is the most sensible minion to play, since it'll kill the one that he played and it's difficult for a priest to deal with. Maybe if I were up against a different class, I might have considered playing this guy, because I can actually enrage against this thing, but since the priest can just heal this up, it's sort of slow to go for the warrior there. Now, by playing this, I do free him from the... Oh god, why is he healing it? He must have a reason, so he's gonna, like, maybe buff it with Power Word Shield. Oh no, he just had nothing! He had nothing to do on turn 3! Wow, alright, well that was lucky that he didn't get anything better from me, because if he had gotten a 3-mana minion, obviously he would have just played it here. So we're gonna go up a card. And do I play the Tender? I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to play the Warrior. I don't have any reason for the extra Mana Crystal, and since I don't have a reason for the Mana Crystal, I certainly don't want to give one to my opponent, because he might have a reason for it, especially because he's playing slow, so he might have a bunch of big drops. And I don't really need any cards either, so that seemed fine. Alright, this is only enemy death rattles. This is just a 3-5. Oh man, I hate it when 3-5s are this good. I could go for a Mad, but you know what, we're going for the Mad Bomber here. We gotta do it. As long as all 3 bombs don't hit the same thing, we should be good. If I can enrage this guy, we can just trade. That also works, because now I can throw the Dancing Swords at it. And I might say, Papa Boris, that's not that great. You know, because the opponent got a card off of those swords. But... you know, if the Mad Bomber had hit this, I would have been in better shape. Unfortunately, it missed this guy, which sucks, but that's okay. I took my chances. Alright, he's got another big drop. So, do I use the 1-turn stealth here? What does it really accomplish for me? I don't know what that would accomplish for me, so I'll just leave it alone. We got Starfire and Recycle, which are nice to have as removal. I got a couple of minions I could play next turn if I want to do that instead. If he heals, this is actually going to be really annoying because then I can't Starfire it to death. He's got something. Oh, he's going to silence the Shredder. So that's actually kind of awkward. Now I can shapeshift to kill the owl, but after he heals this is a 4-6, and I'm going to have a tough time. Oh, he's got a Holy Smite for that? Damn. So now I can shapeshift this, but this is going to be at 6 health. Yeah, it's just awkward. He's hesitating? Maybe that's not a Holy Smite? No, it's a Holy Smite. What was there to hesitate about? I don't know. Balls. So I could recycle this thing, but that's using up a pretty big removal spell on something that's not really worth it. I could just go for his face. That doesn't seem smart. Starfire, but then I don't have enough mana to shapeshift to kill it.
The great outdoors.
Well, let's get a card. Shattered Sun Cleric. Not the most helpful. Doesn't quite let the Shredder survive the Smith or kill it, which is very annoying. Alright, so we'll ignore this thing, I suppose. Oh wait, here we go. I think what I'll do is I'll stealth this, because why not? This thing getting silenced really sucks. So I'm kind of like trying to burn him down if I can, but it seems unlikely I'm going to pull it off. I only have 5 damage. He's a priest and he's got tons of cards. I'm looking all set to lose this game. Even though he had a really slow start, I just didn't quite get enough strong 4-drops down, so my board presence never took off. Ugh, yuck. God, everyone gets these things against me. Ew, I got a terrible one. So this thing is going to live, but it doesn't really do very much. I don't think that extra health is ever going to matter. And they're both 6 health, so I can't kill them with Starfire, and this thing is no help. God damn it. Alright. We're going for this. Tiger plus the Starfire is 10. He's going to have to heal himself, so he'll live. But I think that's my best chance of winning at this point, is to try to burn him out. So I can get a swipe or something to finish him. If he has an antique kill bot, though, then I'm just screwed. God, this thing is so good. And it's a common. I'm amazed I've never gotten to play with it. I think I passed on one to take something else that was good. Maybe I should have just used Recycle against the Smith when I had the chance. I saved it, but then because I kept saving this, my minions died. I probably screwed up. I should have just used this while I had the chance. Now, of course, it's better to recycle this guy. Yeah. I am technically threatening lethal. I guess if he's tempted to play like a Force Tank Max or something, or a War Golem, oh my god, am I gonna win? I'm gonna win, unless he has a 1-mana Taunter. Wow. That was, you know, I'm not gonna say that was a mistake. I think that was a reasonable gamble for him to take. So it's not playing around Starfire, but he's just hoping I don't have that card. And maybe, you know, healing himself would have been just too slow. But it didn't work out for him because I had the Starfire. Alright, that was, I'd say, another in a long list of games I've won lately that I didn't really earn. But, yeah, we finished up 2 daily quests that both happened to roll Druid. Even though, and while I had a Druid arena in progress, I didn't re-roll any of them. They were all just perfect. And so if I can win one more game, I'll be done with my daily quests. Won't have too much of a backlog. See, I'll get one Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I'll waste the quest on Monday. And probably also Tuesday, but then I'll have Tuesday to finish up my dailies. Keep racking in that gold that I don't care about. Ms. Ayanus. Miss Ayanus? Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Hey man, did you miss a anus? Because I have an extra anus over here. I was just wondering if it was one that you missed. I don't know what the hell that is. Alright, so we have, again, kind of the same exact hand. Actually, almost exactly, completely the same thing. In the past, I have been known to completely overlook opportunities for... Wow, it's just the exact same thing, completely. To overlook opportunities for Little Exorcist. So pay attention to this. Obviously, if I can get a 3-4, then that'll be great. Okay, so he doesn't go up a card technically because I do get a spare part, but that's still annoying. Now, against a Warlock, you know, you might not want to play a Dancing Swords because they do have Shadow Bolt and Soulfire to kill it with. But I'm gonna do it anyway because it hits the hardest. It is the hardest. I don't need the card or the mana, and I mean, I guess I could have coined this out and then played this the following turn, but he would have had 4 mana right now if I used the mana crystal, which is clearly not good. Okay, so he Soulfires. This is interesting. He goes down a card for the Soulfire, but gains it back through the Dancing Swords. He loses a 2-drop, which is a crappy 2-drop, but actually he could have played it if he'd played it first. Interesting. I guess he wanted to see what he got from the Soulfire before committing to that line of play. Do I go for a card? The thing is, the mana crystal is just so weird because they get the crystal first. I don't need the card. Let's go for this. Even though the odds of getting to enrage it are pretty small, I figure that's the most significant minion I have. This would just be stupid because it's the same thing. It's a 2-3 with taunt. Aha! I get a 3-4 with taunt here if I want one. Or I could just play the Stormwind Knight and kill this guy. But then, of course, the 2-drop does pop out. Sure, let's do this. I'm going to actually use the stealth again. It really is just like the exact same as the last game. To prevent this guy from getting killed by the Shredder. So my guy trades with the Shredder. Now, he still comes out ahead because he gets a 2-drop out of it, but I should be able to kill most 2-drops with this or with this. Hopefully he gets a 2-2, and then I can actually enrage. Oh, my opponents, of course, always get 3-2s. I can never get a 3-2 to save my goddamn life, but the opponents just roll them out like it ain't nothing. Alright, this is actually kind of interesting, so I can pop the spider and then get enraged, and then use the Stormwind Knight to kill off the ooze. And the 2 spiders can, of course, finish off the enraged warrior, so it doesn't work out that well. Okay. So if I play the knight, I go up a card, but I lose the opportunity to play an extra card, because I could play this and one of these guys, if I want to. Get the extra card down and use more mana, or go up a card. Let's try going up a card, see how that works. In fact, what's the point of even hitting these spiders? Yeah, screw the spiders. Should have been the face. If the 2 spiders that pop out are just going to kill this thing, I might as well leave it at full health, force him to use a Dark Bomb or something if he actually wants to kill this little dude. And then I've got 2 swipes in here, so I can wait, hopefully, for a swipe before popping the spiders. Next, I can play a Shredder and a Cub, which isn't really the strongest turn 6 of all time. I'd rather have that 6-6 dragon dude, even if it's not going to be a 9-9. Or my Sunwalker would be good next turn as well. It's got a silence. Wow, what's up with people's silences? Granted, this isn't the worst silence ever, because the 2-3 is still good on this board. Aha, the 2-3 is annoying because I don't actually have 3 damage with which to kill it. Swipe would be friggin' amazing. This guy just laid out against a swipe. Probably a mistake, but luckily for him I don't have my swipes right now. Oh boy. Do I kill this with a shapeshift? Just seems passive. Okay. Let me think about this. I'm gonna try something kind of wacky here. We'll do this, and this and this. So that is growing the ghoul a lot, but this 3-2 does hold up against his single spider. So I'm pressuring him to have to use some removal to get rid of this in order for the ghoul to not just lose to something depressing. It's a risky move because if he does have the removal, this guy will kill off my Stormwind Knight or my Shredder, depending on what he prefers. He's going to Soulfire it, so he goes down a card. Loses Mortal Coil, which I don't know why he didn't just use that with the spider. I guess he wanted the spider for this. Could have Mortal Coiled that first, though. Weird. Does he have an answer for the Shredder? He does! I see. So the Shredder does not get to kill the ghoul. He gets to hit me in the face with that ghoul. Ouch. Alright, well, let's draw a card.
The great outdoors.
See what we get here. Claw. Could Claw Shapeshift, I suppose. Let's see what comes out of my Shredder. Ugh. This is a battle cry, so it doesn't actually trigger. Claw's not gonna kill this, so let's try this again. He's already used 2 Soul Fires. He used a Mortal Coil against my Gnome, threw another Mortal Coil away to a Soul Fire, so maybe he doesn't have a way to get past this 3-2 to trade his Ghoul into it. We'll have to see, I suppose. I'm playing pretty fast and loose here. I'm probably doing this all wrong. I could have killed the Ghoul last turn. It just seemed like it was better for card advantage to not, and I needed to, you know, try to squeeze as much advantage as I could from my cards. Sucks that I couldn't get anything big. I couldn't get a Sunwalker or either of my dragons. He's going to life tap. Okay, so down to 20. Got 6 damage here. Shredder. Alright, looks like, unless that's a Dark Bomb. Alright, my Cub here is epic. Takes out that Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which is very, very, very useful. Starfire. Let me think. 4, 6, 7 plus 5 is 12. Yeah, I'm gonna save that Starfire. See what pops out of that Shredder. Hopefully it's some junk. Not Peggle. Well, that qualifies as junk. Is it worth killing this thing to stop him from getting cards? See, I can take him down to 13, down to 12, down to 7. Yeah, he can have his cards. His 50% chance of a card. Okay, it doesn't trigger. He could, of course, put a Power Overwhelming or some kind of a buff on it, then I'll regret not killing it. It's going to freeze my Shredder, which is annoying. But on the flip side, this thing dies perfectly to Starfire. So, I can just Starfire that. Oh, or I can play the Sunwalker. Man. Obviously can't do both. You know what? There was that one turn where he had to throw an 11-3 Flesh-Eating Ghoul into my 3-2 Cub, so he's light on removal. Unless he has a Siphon Soul that he's drawn in recent times, the Sunwalker is going to be very difficult for him to remove. And I figure I might as well get him down in health, because if the Shredder can whack him, the Starfire finishes him off. Just going for the burnout victory here. Alright, so he gets a Taunter, which is annoying. Okay, he gets to kill the Sunwalker. Man, a swipe would be just fantastic right about now. That'll kill this, 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 and deal damage. Void Caller is irrelevant unless he can give it Taunt. Can I win? Well, let's see. Shredder, and then this is 3 plus 5 is 8 damage. So, yep, Starfire to the face. Might give me another game if he doesn't do something else. Okay. Guess that's how it's gonna be. Pop goes the Weasel. I sound like such a badass. Pop goes the Weasel, bitch. Alright, so we win against Miss A. Anus. And finish up that daily quest for some more completely irrelevant money. I have not played a single thing in Blackrock Mountain. But I did buy all the wings, so this is my real amount of money. Just another 8,295 gold to go, and I'll be at the 20,000 limit. I don't know why I care about that objective, but it's just dangling in front of me like a withered carrot I don't actually want to eat. Anyway, so far so good. 3-0. The last 2 games, admittedly, were a little bit harrowing, but, you know, sometimes you just got to start going for the face, and neither the opponents had healing, and there you go. As I like to say, you got to keep asking your opponent questions, because sometimes they won't have answers. A mage? Jesse on Meth. Wow, that's an awesome name. Jesse on Meth. Alright, so this opening hand is not good. No, not even close. And I don't want to keep the swipe, because swipe isn't necessarily going to save you if you've got nothing to play on turn 1, 2, or 3. Okay, well, we got a turn 3. None of the other cards is a dragon. So this is just going to be a 2-4. It's really lame. This is really lame. My curve starts at 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's not even necessarily a good order of cards to play. Oh boy, if this is not die to Shapeshift, I'm going to start to fall behind here. I was just about to say, as long as it's not Snow Chugger, I'm not going to be too annoyed, but I am annoyed by this because if I end up needing to claw something, I can't anymore. Well, the good news is this is now a 3-5. So I'm going to get to play back-to-back 3/5s, but she did get a turn 1. What's her turn 2? Oh my god, is she going to ping? Oh, she makes a classic mistake. Like I always say, since the very beginning, since back probably in the closed beta days, if you don't have anything to play on turn 2, then don't coin a 2-drop on turn 1. Just pass the turn. Because basically all she got was 2 extra damage out of this. Like if she had just played this, I guess it's 3 extra damage from the ping as well. She used her coin for like an arcane strike. So I'd say that was a pretty bad deal for her. She should have just let it be. Okay, so she pings my creature, stops me from attacking. Shredder or the Sorcerer is the question here. Shredder is more durable. I'm going to go for the Sorcerer, however. The reason for this is that the Shredder, I don't want it to die to the Snow Chugger plus a ping. So I feel like the 3/5 is just better than the 4/3 right now. Please don't be a Water Elemental. Please don't be a Water Elemental. Please don't be a Water Elemental. And it'll be good. Because if she plays a Yeti or Ascension, I've got Starfall for it. Ah, Fireball for my dragon. Well, of course, that makes me wish I'd played Shredder, because she wouldn't have wanted to Fireball the Shredder, that's for sure. So I could play this and this, or just this. Let's go actually for the 2 creatures. Plus attack seems like it's more sensible because mages don't have anything that deals 2 damage for a spell. I guess Arcane Missile, but that's not reliable, and I want this to just trade with the Snow Chugger without having to deal any extra damage. This guy can get enraged by the Chugger, but then she can ping it to death. Hopefully whatever she plays here dies to a Starfire, because then I go up a card, and that's good. She currently has 7 cards to my 7, soon to be 8, and I've got a lead on the board, so this thing's been good. Fen Creeper does not die to Starfire. I don't have enough mana to shapeshift it to death. Bite Shapeshift also doesn't do it. Starfall, still not enough mana to shapeshift. Ugh, that's just annoying. Okay, well, we're going to do a suboptimal Starfire. Very suboptimal, because my dragon does technically live, but she can now just ping it. Have dealt almost no damage to her this game, so burning her out's pretty much out of the question. She has 6 cards to my 7. Basically, my main benefit right now is card advantage. Ever so slightly, but I don't have anything big, so if she plays a big creature, I'm screwed. Well, she's not playing a 6-drop, so that's good. She does have a Shredder, which is annoying, because that's just annoying. Damn. Sunwalker, protects my guy, but if she has a polymorph, it sucks. I could bite this thing and hope it's not a 3/2 that pops out. That seems lame. I could play a Shredder, which is my best minion, but then I don't have anything good to do after that. Alright, this seems like my best hope. If she runs the Shredder into this guy, I can at least shapeshift the Shredder to death. So does she have the polymorph? Or the other Fireball, I guess, because she could ping and then Fireball this as well. She just top-decked. Wait, this guy doesn't protect him at all. They both have taunt. Oh god, I'm terrible at this game. Goblin Blast Mage is really annoying because this is a mech. Balls. So now I can bite one, but then because bite uses my attack, I don't get to shapeshift the other one. Damn it. Ugh. You know what I'd love here? A swipe. I could hit the spider and swipe everything to death. But of course, I never get my swipes. Ever. I can't draw cards, so yeah, this just sucks. Let's shapeshift the Shredder, see what pops out of it. Not a bad card, honestly.
Justice shall prevail.
Alright. This is ugly. This game is very, very, very ugly. I don't think I can win this anymore. Oh god, that sucked. I can't get either of my 2 swipes in any of the games. Jession Meth's got me, because the spider plus a ping will kill the Sunwalker. This thing can kill off my cub. I've got a Shredder. She's at basically full health. Oh, this is going to be gross. Ugh, and I didn't pop her spider, so this doesn't hurt her, unfortunately. Alright, so pop go the spiders. Ping, dead goes the Sunwalker. She hits me for damage. do have this heal bot, so I'm not that in danger, but I really would have loved to get a, what's her face? Swipe. We'll have to settle for Starfall, I think. Shapeshift, kill this. It is risky. A couple of fireballs will kill me now, but I have to take risks. So hopefully I can just play the antique heal bot next turn. And the bite is also life gain of a sort. And she's not holding 2 fireballs. This thing has 2 health, which is important because 1 ping won't kill it. She has 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. Card-wise, I'm okay. Health-wise, I'm at a problem. And she has the play, which is huge because she can play any big old card now, and I just don't have a way to deal with it. Would love to see one of my dragons, but they haven't been showing up at all either. Annoyingly. Actually, Claw has life gain too. I have a lot of life gain. I have 4, 6, 14 life gain. 4, 6, 7, so 2 for 1. Yeah, there's the dragon. I could Claw Shapeshift and then throw the Shredder at this, but I'd rather hang on to the Shredder, so yeah. We'll just whack that thing to death. Hit her in the face for 4. Hopefully I get a 9/9 out of this guy. I need to deal 2 damage to her. So this, as long as this pops out and lives, I'll be able to do it. I can play this and then the Shredder, number 2. 13 health means I still died at 2 fireballs. Oh, what is up with people silencing my goddamn Shredders? This is actually really frustrating because now I don't get anything out of here to kill the Spellbreaker. Oh, boo! So I can shapeshift it down to 16, but it's not quite enough to make this thing big. Alright, well, let's do the heal bot and the tiger. So I can't burn her out, there's no way. Actually, I'm just screwed. Unless I get, like, swipe at some point here really soon. Or this 9/9 actually wins it for me if the tiger gets to attack her. Problem is she's already got 2 pretty big creatures here, and she's going to get more on her turn. Oh my god. It's just a non-stop parade of 4-drops. Good 4-drops do in games. Well, I don't know how I win this. I think this is just too little too late. Does she have enough to kill me if I just ignore? 4, 8, 12, 13. Technically, I could live. Alright, I'm gonna try it. So if she can deal 3 damage, 2 damage plus a ping, she wins. But if she can't, she has to throw a bunch of cards away against this Crusher. And I still have these 2 guys. I think it's a very, very long odds. I would say bet against me here if you're going to have to put money on this game. But that was my best chance, I think. She only needs 2 damage in her hand to kill me right now. Oh my god, she doesn't have it. Are you goddamn kidding me? Blood Imp in one game and a Vitality Totem in the next, while my opponents crack 3/2s like they're going out of style. So this sucks because it doesn't do any damage and I need it to do damage. Oh no, a Flame Strike. Well, I guess it doesn't matter what I got then. So this thing will now die, and even though it was sort of inefficient for her to get rid of all this stuff, it doesn't even matter. Because she still has a huge lead on cards now. Well, I'm going to draw a card and concede. Even a swipe isn't going to save me here anymore. I could swipe this, kill that, kill that. Doesn't matter because it wasn't a swipe. Well, could have been worse, I guess. I should just have conceded. I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, you know what? It's not too late. Yeah, she just kills my things and has 4 cards. Well, that game was idiotic, but you know, I really can't complain because I've been incredibly lucky in recent times with that ridiculous rogue run that I had before this. And I made it to 3 wins here, so it's fine. It's not, you know, terrible. I mean, I'm not that excited to get 3 wins, but even if I lost the next 2 games, I think it'd still be fine. If I can get 2 more wins out of this run, I'll be pretty content, because I was never that thrilled with this deck. Okay, who do we have? Hip? It's not another mage, so I'm happy. Tip a bow. Okay, cool name. Let's see who we have here to start. Actually, a decent hand, finally. Just a regular old 2-3 or 3-2 with taunts. My choice. Keep the Novice Engineer. Okay. Wow, we've got a lineup. Sunwalker, not bad.
The pleasure is mine.
Oh, you don't say greetings if you're the rogue. This must be a newbie. Everybody knows that. I mean, Christ. So, against a rogue, I think the health makes a lot more sense because it makes her have to dagger if she wants to backstab it. If I make a 3-2, she backstabs and plays a 2-drop. It's really, really strong. So, I have to go against that. Obviously, if she coins into a 3-3, I'm going to be annoyed, but I think she's more likely to have backstab than to coin into a 3-3. Does she have backstab? Hut, hut, hut. Oh, deadly poison. That's pretty annoying. So there's a couple of ways that I can deal with deadly poison. I can play Novice Engineer and try to get her to waste this, or I can play this, which technically survives it. I guess we'll play this, because I could use a 4-drop to follow on the heels of this 3-drop. Oh, wow, I haven't seen you before. Now, you might say, Boris, why didn't you go for a crystal to get to your 6-drop sooner? The problem is that she gets the crystal first, and she could play a 4-drop here, and then I have nothing. So that would not have been smart, I don't think. The spider tank's annoying because I cannot kill it with shapeshift. Oh my god, I gotta go for the mad bomber again. Well, let's try it. As long as one of them hits this, I'll be happy. Please. Alright. Well, it worked out. Bonkety bonk. So now, of course, I do wish I had used this for the crystal, because then next turn I could play one of these, but I mean, there's just no way to know if she would have made more use of the crystals than I would have. So now this thing's actually more likely to survive than the bomber, because the bomber makes good use of the deadly poison. Hitting this would be a waste, so she was going to want to hit the bomber, leaving me with just 2 damage and nothing to play besides an Novice Engineer and Shapeshift. So turn 5 is going to be ugly, but if she's got a skipped beat on turn 4, or her own turn 5, then I could actually be okay here. She's thinking, so she might have more than one option, which is probably bad for me.
So many options.
By the way, it's very fortunate the Mad Bomber hit her minion and not mine. If it had been the other way around, mine would have been dead and hers would still be alive, so that would have been very bad. This thing sucks. I don't have my Clockwork Gnome for the cheap spells. I don't have Claw or Innervate. Of course, I could top deck them, but this is pretty weak. Luckily, I have 2 other 6-drops to play. If one of them were a 5-drop, though, I would have been in much better shape. Zombie Chow. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a little bit worse, but I do get to kill this thing with my 2-1s. That's actually great. And I get a 5-drop to play. Well, I can't complain about my luck this game. I did get a good luck hit with the Mad Bomber. I got a good luck for my opponent not having any big creature to put pressure on the board while I was waiting for my hand to come online. And I'm lucky that I top decked a 5-drop. So this is something normally I'd get really annoyed about, but right here it's just such a small body, I really don't care about it very much. So I'm actually pretty happy that she played this and not something more substantial. Yeah, let's just play the Sunwalker. And if I kill this, I take more damage on my Tiger. If I kill this and try to get the Divine Shield, I can basically let the Tiger have an extra hit point. Is that worth it? No, because if she buffs this thing again, it could actually... Well, it wouldn't kill my Sunwalker. Just seems like an unnecessary risk. Let's just kill that. And if, you know, the less hit point... the loss of a hit point matters for this Tiger, then so, you know, so be it. So here she clearly wants an Assassinate to kill this. Then she can finish off my Tiger with the Inventor. If I'd hit the Inventor, she could have finished off the Tiger with the Chow, so it doesn't really matter in that regard.
So many options.
She has the Assassinate, unfortunately. Now, the lucky thing is that is her whole turn. So that's good. What I'm going to do here is play the Auctioneer. And you might say, Boris, why not play a 6-6? It's got bigger stats than the Auctioneer. Thing is, I'm not going to burn her out. She's got a lot of health. So it's not that I'm saving this for getting it a 9-9. What I'm doing is I'm putting this out where it's going to be hard for her to kill it, hopefully. Oh, tell me she doesn't have an Eviscerate. Oh, fuck, she has an Eviscerate. God, I forgot rogues have Eviscerate. Whoops, that was just stupid. I really should have thought about the fact that rogues have Eviscerate. If rogues didn't have that card, this would have been a smart play. As it is, it was a stupid play. And of course, now I top deck Innervate right after playing the... Oh, God, that was just terrible. Wow, that was terrible. Alright, well, let's do this. Draw a card. I could Innervate and basically use it as a coin. That would give me a 3-5, but no, let's just play this thing. And okay, we'll pass the turn. That was really dumb. I should have really just played a 6-6. It would have survived the Innervate. It would have killed her Yeti. That would have been all kinds of good things about it. Yeah, if anything loses me the game, it's going to be that choice. So here what I think I'm going to do is make the poor man's 7-7. Hopefully she doesn't have another Assassinate. As long as she doesn't have that, I can kill this thing. I can next turn like get a 3-5 and a 6-6. Or 2 3-5s and a 2-1. God, I messed this game up. I just played this game horribly. That Auctioneer was a terrible, terrible play. Alright, so she civs it, goes up a card. It does die because of the spell damage and 1 hit. Does she have another Eviscerate? She freezes it. Well, that's definitely a bad thing, because I would have liked to hit her with this card. I don't have any Silence in my deck. Claw doesn't do me any good whatsoever. Alright, this is ugly. This is a really ugly situation. However, I can't complain if I lose this game because I definitely misplayed it. I shouldn't have played the Auctioneer. I should have played the 6-6. She might not have had an answer for it. And then I could have played the Auctioneer and Innervated later. Drawn cards off of it. Gotten card off a Claw as well. Would have been a totally different game. Ten of Knives with spell damage is an ouchie. This would have been another thing I could have gotten cards with off the Auctioneer. So now her 4-7 deals with both of my cards, which sucks. And Claw Shapeshift won't finish this thing off. God damn it. Oh, God, I played this so horribly. It's just embarrassing. Can I get a swipe, though? Swipe could actually save me here. It would finish this off, and I could shapeshift away the Knife Juggler. And it would kill this thing. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I need Starfall or Swipe. And I might have gotten... Oh, I do have a Silence in this deck. And I might have actually gotten one of them if, you know, if I'd saved that Auctioneer and drawn cards with my stuff. Ah, I lost this game myself. God damn it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So now the 6-6 is just not enough. There's just not enough health on this thing to really diminish her board. She has tons of cards. And I'm screwed. I don't think I can win at all. Again, I don't get my mass removal, which is a bit unlucky, but I've been lucky enough that that is reasonable bad luck to expect. Alright, she flings a knife. It hits my guy. She's actually going to keep that Archmage out. I guess she's going to make a dagger and kill it, taking 6 damage. Risky, I suppose, on her part. Swipe doesn't do me any good anymore, neither does Starfall. Yeah, she's making the right play here, just keeping the board presence, because I can't deal 13 damage to her. I needed to save the Auctioneer. That was one of the worst plays I've ever made. So now we have Starfall, but it's too little too late. I can't even kill this thing. Well, I'm still going to do it, because it kills 2 of her creatures. But, things are looking bad. She hits me for 10 damage right now and still has 3 cards to back it up. I've got junk. God, oh man, that was bad play. Oh, that was such bad play. All I had to do was play one of my 6-6s instead of that stupid Auctioneer, and I would have probably won this game. Because she ended up not having any more removal after that Eviscerate. She had that Assassinate, the Eviscerate, and that was pretty much it. She had the Fan of Knives, I guess. But that was it. So the 6-6 would have given me board advantage in a key moment of the game.
I can see.
Fuck everything. Well, that was my own fault. So we're at 3-2. And sure, let's play one more game, go a little overtime, and that'll be a wrap for the next half week or so. More than half a week. Balls, balls, and more balls. Infinite balls. Paladin? Rain Puffs. That's a nice name. This hand's terrible. I could keep these things and play them back to back, and I will, because it's better than mulliganing them and possibly ending up with nothing to do. Grove Tender shows up again. These guys show up again. I'd love to see that Blackwing Technician, now that I got the dragon. But I got the cub. So I'm not going to coin this out. It's tempting because in case he plays a recruit, I can kill it, and that's great. But I'll just satisfy myself with playing this thing as a 2-3. Man, my play this game, this video has just been abysmal. I can't believe I actually forgot that rogues have Eviscerate. I was thinking like, oh, it's hard for a rogue to kill a 4/4. Nope. Not hard in the slightest. One of their common removal cards will do the job quite nicely. So he's got a slow start. He didn't do anything at all. I could shapeshift. I don't really see the point though. Let's just play this. Make my guy into a spider tank. Finally got my swipe. That card has been very shy about coming on by. He wants a hammer or a true silver. True silver would obviously be best. Kill this and then this as well. He's got Blessing of Kings, which is alright. I can't shapeshift this thing, so I'll have to use my cleric. And I will. So he used a recruit plus blessing to kill 2 of my real cards, so he's up a card here. I'm a little bit ahead on the board with this. Wow, another recruit? It's quite remarkable, actually.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Alright. Cleric threatens to kill my Shredder. So do I do this to stop that from happening? Sure. Could have coined into the Crusher, I suppose. That would have been another option. But I figured getting more of my creatures out is better. Who knows, I might need to use the coin later anyway. He's at a very slow game, which is probably good because it probably means he's got something expensive, which is what you want if you're playing Recycle. Let's say he plays a Sunwalker. Trades the 3/2 for the 2/3. I recycle the Sunwalker, hit him for 6, and then I'm in the lead. He's got a Consecration. Ah, lame. Well, I get a creature back from the Shredder and a card from the Hoarder, and this thing still lives to kill the Cleric. Of course, I can't get a 3/2 or a 2/3. I have to get a 2/2, and he gets a Divine Shield. God damn it. Ugh. Well, I think we're just going to play this. I'm going to learn from my mistakes and not hold on to those. Let's just get it out there while I can. I'm planning to play this one next turn. Maybe coin out a Robocub as well while I'm at it. So he's going to get to kill it, which is really annoying. And I can swipe to kill this and the recruit, but that seems like a very loose use of swipe. Alright, this is decent. So let's play the Tender. Get a card. Play this. Get a 3/5. And I'm going to play the Cub for the attack to try to get it to kill off this 3/3. See if he has an answer for it, like a buff for this guy, or another Consecration or something. If not, this thing will be able to take out his 3/3, and that'll be good for me. He's got 7 cards. Stormwind Champion, solid answer. So he now gets to kill my 2/4. That leaves him with a 2 health thing, so my shapeshift won't kill him. Balls. I could Starfall shapeshift, but there's a decent chance that this is actually Noble Sacrifice. I want to make sure the Stormer Champion goes away. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to shapeshift and attack to fish out the Noble Sacrifice. And then I'll kill his guy. The order on that, by the way, was all very important, because if I had shapeshifted and attacked first, the Noble Sacrifice would have actually had 2 health with Stormwind Champion, so it wouldn't have killed it. That was the other reason why Starfall shapeshift was not good. He still has 6 cards to my 5. I might be able to get an extra card off Auctioneer, though, if I can top deck Claw, Innervate, or my Clockwork Gnome. Baron Geddon is just enough to kill this Technician. Luckily, his Recruit also dies, which is good. And I can Starfall this thing to death, so that's fine. I can actually silence it. Yeah, no. Let's just kill it. And actually, I'm going to play this thing just to have a 4-3 on the table. I think it's better than hanging on to the silence potential. And then I can play the Auctioneer and a swipe next turn, although it's unlikely the swipe would be that great. It could give me a card off of this guy. It's looking bad for my chances of surviving in this arena. Is he going to play more than one other card? Because if he can play 2 more cards, this thing wouldn't die to swipe. He's going to buff it. Ugh. He's going to put Blessing of Kings on it right after I played my Spellbreaker, of course. Well. That's so annoying, because I could have Auctioneer swipe and run my Spellbreaker in, but as it is, it's not going to happen. Ah, I have enough to shapeshift now. Alright, well, let's do this. And let's do that. And let's do this. And I have to give him his damn card. But it's better than the alternative. So now there's a slight chance this guy will live. He's already used a lot of buffs, 2 Blessing of Kings, and an Argent Commander, Argent Protector, and a Stormwind Champion. So he might not have the 2 damage needed to kill this, then I could get an extra card out of Bite. That's kind of what I'm relying on here to have a chance of winning, otherwise I'm just screwed. If he True Silvers this, or hammers or something. Oh my god, does he actually have another damage after this? He actually does. He's going to use this thing twice. Mother... Ah, fucking hell. Please tell me he doesn't have any more secrets. And indeed he doesn't. Alright, well it could have been worse. So I get to play my 6/6. I get to bite and kill that. Hopefully now he's out of buffs. That Panda really helped him out of a jam. But card-wise, he's got 4 to my 3, soon to be 4. I am killing what he has on the board. My hero ability kills his recruits. Got this thing, which is really solid, and this thing's alright. So he needs good cards here, or else I'm going to catch up. Alright, he redrew his Stormwind Champion, but it will just die to my 6/6. He's quite clever here. He leaves the 6/6, leaves the 4/3, so I have to choose between killing it or killing a Stormwind Champion. Luckily, I get to have my cake and eat it, because I can... Actually, do I want to leave this thing alive? If I kill this, the recruit can kill... No, that's stupid. Yeah, let's just do this. 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 And this. Okay, so he has 3 cards versus my 2. I can get rid of his recruits. It's not a big deal. I've got decent-sized board, so my health is down, but as long as he can't kill me, I might be able to catch up and win this. I've already used both of my 6/6s. I think I still have a Sunwalker in here, and I have a swipe in here as well. Sword of Justice. Well, on the one hand, it's good it's not a big minion. On the other hand, it does make everything a lot more difficult. Let's see what else he has to back it up with. Hopefully not a 5-drop. He actually has a fucking Quartermaster. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Jesus Christ. On a cracker. Well, let's see what the little engineer can give us. The answer is nothing that matters. Do I even play this thing? It'll just die to his 4/4. There's no point in playing this right now. I'm just going to leave it alone. He's got 5 damage. If he can deal 4 more damage, he wins. This tiger should kill his recruit. I can't believe it, a quartermaster. Ah, but you know what really the saddest thing is? That I played so badly that I lost that previous game. Could have definitely won it, so shouldn't complain. Demolisher is junk, although as a 2-5 it's significantly better than as a 1-4. And this is a 5-6, which is pretty significant, so I'm going to have to top deck like a pro because I just don't know how I'm going to deal with this board. He's actually not even killing my tiger, which makes sense. He's basically threatening me with lethal here. Okay. Where does the Starfire go?
Oh, if you're sure.
Emergency coolant, eh? Well, we've really got to do this. I mean, if I hadn't gotten the emergency coolant, that would have been real bad. As it is, there's still this 4-4 that I haven't dealt with, but I have one more swipe that I can use to kill this. So maybe. And I should have played this the previous turn. That was a mistake, it looks like now. Draw 2 cards. Cost 1 less for each minion that died this turn. I didn't even know that was in this game. This was like a really expensive arcane intellect, I guess. Alrighty. He's got a lot of cards. I'm going to lose the fatigue battle. He's got tons of health. He gets to kill this thing and this thing with what he has already. It's looking real bad, I gotta say. Oh my god, this game was idiotic. Another bomb lobber. Ball. Sack. Christ, is what I gotta say to that. Alrighty. Dragonkin Sorcerer, not gonna save me. But we'll do what we can. He just has too many cards here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I guess if he plays a whole bunch of stuff and then I swipe and kill everything, that's the only way I can possibly even hope to think about winning. Well, I won enough to get my daily quests done, and I really only have myself to blame for losing, and it was still cool that I got to go that far with the rogue, and my average number of wins in Blackrock Mountain is still over 6. Oh, he actually had another Stormer champion, I see. So, that's the nail in the coffin, I'm thinking. I can swipe this and run my Stormer champion into it, but then he still has 4 cards to my 0, and that's assuming I top deck swipe, which I don't, so good game. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe to have pity on an old man who doesn't know how to play Hearthstone anymore. And before we close the video, if anyone wants to, let's see our prize. Our consolation prize. I'm still hoping for a Shaman run. I haven't gotten the opportunity to play Shaman in Blackrock Mountain, or at least if I did, I played something else in its stead, and then haven't gotten it since I wanted to play it. Junkie prize, and Goblins vs. Gnomes has really overstayed its welcome. At this point, I mean, if it's not an epic or a legendary, I don't really care, and I actually have gotten enough dust to get all the legendaries and epics that I care about, so would love to see the opportunity for classic packs, because, you know, new players still need those. I think it'd be better for them to be able to have those. Or even for me to try to have a crack at picking up, like, the last few classic cards I don't have. You know, I have one of everything, but I don't have some of them in multiples. Anyway, let's check out the arena here. No Shaman again. We will be playing a Priest next time because I've played Warrior twice and I just played Rogue recently. So that'll be it. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Actually, not soon at all. Yeah, I'll see you when I see you.